What it do, YouTube? It's SS, and I'm back with another video on this one right here. This one right here. Well, this is the new season max out for GBO. If you guys didn't know, this season just started yesterday, and I am going to go ahead and show my first battles that I did on Twitch. Once again, link in the description as always to my Twitch if you do want to go follow me and watch these battles happen in real time as they do. You can also interact with me, do redemption, see how I look. Um, but yeah, I did want to do my first battles in the little cup, and then I that's why there is a different infographic, different Pokemon on the infographic showing a different team. That is why is because I wanted to do two sets in the little cup. Have this I wanted to use Dusknoir in the little cup. I ended up using it, and then I um powered it up to Great League, and then that is why you see the other team. And so these first two sets will be Dusknoir in the Little Cup, and then we will be getting into the Great League. So it is a little bit of a longer video. Hope you guys enjoy it and like the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz. As we do go ahead and start these commentating. Uh, Now they come back into the Inca. Inca is gonna get hit with this super effective. Is it super effective? I'm not too sure if it is. I think it is super effective. It might be neutral. Um, but either way, I'm gonna go ahead and let this go through. Then I'm gonna be able to farm them down completely. I'm still gonna be able to clean up, and we are going to be able to take that game. As we do go ahead and see a very bad lead. Snorlax up against our Dusknoir. Gonna switch out into my Shelmet. Shelmet going to be able to fade out the Trevenant. Trevenant pretty much getting hit with one-shotted by the Bug Buzz. They're gonna switch back into their Snorlax. Gonna go ahead and let this go through. If it's a body slam, I don't expect myself to get KO'd, and it did not KO. Gonna go straight for the Bug Buzz here. They do end up shielding this time, which is very interesting. Gonna go ahead and go down. Coming to my Obstagoon. At this point, I expect them to go for the superpower. No reason for them to bait. And they actually do go for the superpower. They switch out into a Charm Ninetales, and this is looking horrible for me. We're unfortunately not going to be able to farm them down before we get knocked out at the same time, and we are going to end up losing that. As we do see a Skunk Tank up against our a Bite Skunk Tank up against our Dusknoir. Going to switch out into the Shelmet going ahead and pressure these body slams. Going to be able to make it to another one before they make it to one. Bite is just a bad move. It is only for fast move pressure. Does not generate energy that fast. And they show me a Machamp, but then they switch into a Goodra, which is very interesting. Going to be able to farm me down completely with a Dragon Breath, but that is fine because now I know there's a Machamp in the back, and I can safely bring in my Obstagoon into this Gudra gonna be able to take the move, now switch out into the Dusknoir. Dusknoir going to be able to astonish this Machamp down all the way completely after we do shield up here. And one more astonish, and that's gonna be enough to KO. And we are gonna be able to take that game as we do go on to our next battle. And we are going to see a Snover, and they're using Ice Shard, which is a 3-turn move as well. Going to be able to make it to this move at the same time if they are running Icy Wind, but they actually don't throw, which is very interesting. Gonna go ahead and let the switch out and then catch this energy ball on the Shelmet, get the full farm down. They don't switch out, and then they end up bringing. I didn't see what that was. Um, let's see. There's something not to using Peck. So yeah, these first battles are gonna be super spicy until we get to the Great League. Once we get to the Great League, you guys will see Claude Sire for Alligator and all these other different type of Pokemon. But yeah, now I'm gonna go ahead into my Obstagoon here on this what is it? More lure. And this is actually kind of bad for us. They do go for a C-bomb bait. I'm not sure if they have a fairy move, but they are a fairy type. So I'm gonna go straight for the Night Slash here. Not enough to KO. Gonna be able to make it to another Night Slash. This Night Slash should be enough to KO from this range. And we are going to be able to take that game. As we do, go ahead and go on to the next battle. No, that is enough for us to go 4-1 in our very first set to claim our Young Mask. Let me know in the comments how you guys what did you guys run on the first day? Did you guys run some spice? Did you run hardcore meta? Because I know there's some people that actually do just go straight into the hardcore meta. Now we are gonna see a Bronzor into our Dusknoir. This is actually pretty good for the Dusknoir if they're running tackle, but unfortunately for me, they are running confusion, and I'm gonna make sure to throw on good timing here. They end up throwing on bad timing and giving me a free astonish, which is really good for me. Gonna do one more and then throw the move and see what they want to do here. Do they want to shield? They don't want to shield, which is fine with me. Gonna try to make it to a move. Is a Digger B. Digger B going to be met with my obstacle at this point? I'm gonna go ahead and shield, but I probably didn't have to shield. In the back, there's a Charizard, and this is looking bad for me because we do have a bug steel type in the back, and we actually end up getting the boost. And because I'm thinking that they're gonna throw, I actually end up swapping out, and we end up catching a Dragon Claw. They're gonna let me make it to the Body Slam here. Body Slam should be enough to KO. No, it's not enough to KO, but one more infestation is gonna be enough, and we are going to be able to make it a move here. It looks like they actually ended up force quitting the app here. Yeah, it looks like they force quit the app. Once again, guys, please do not do that. It takes forever, and then yeah. Gonna switch out into my obstacle and get the full counter down, and we are going to be able to take that game as we do go ahead. And now I do believe no, this is still a little cup. This might be still a little cup. And I'm like, okay, well at this point, this is probably a muddy water. It is a muddy water, and unfortunately muddy water, but I'm gonna go straight for the shadow punch here. And shadow punch is going to get a shield. I'm gonna switch out into my Shellman on this C dot going to be able to hit me with a foul play. Didn't think they had a foul play. Gonna undercharge it here, try to get a little bit of some extra farm, but they actually end up shielding, which is okay. And I'm gonna go ahead and let this go through because I do believe I live one. Gonna go ahead and do one to throw the move here. Don't want them to get to another move and potentially get my last shield there. And now they are gonna switch out into forgot what it was. Something that's running Metal Claw. G-Fist, their Galarian Stunfisk. Galarian Stunfisk going to get knocked out by one more infestation. And at this point, looks like they kind of just force quit the app as well. Yeah, once again, guys, please do not do this. Like, look how long it's taking. Well, granted, this is Little Cup, so it didn't take that long. But still, if you lose, just top left if you are going to do that. There's no reason to do that. Now we are going to see a slow poke into our Dusknoir. They swap out into Arcanine, and Arcanine is going to get um, and at this point, I'm like, why is that not doing so much? And then I realized I'm in Great League. So I ended up queuing up in the Great League that one. So that one's going to be a loss for us. And now I am going to be able to. This is a charm. Cottonee is ripping through my team, as you guys can see. Switch out into the Shellmet, hoping that they stay in. They try to catch a move there. Unsuccessful for them to catch the move. Coming to a why not? I'm going to go straight for the Bug Bust. They let it go through, which is very good for me. Gonna try to make it to another one. Gonna go ahead and let this go through. Yeah. Miracle. Oh, we're gonna try to make it to another move here. See what they want to do. Do they want to shield? And the answer is yes, they do want to shield, which is kind of bad for me because I kind of need to win this matchup. But yeah, they do end up letting it go through after, or I guess that was their last shield. Gonna be able to make it to a body slam here, and this is actually looking pretty bad for me because I don't know what to do at this point. I'm gonna come into my Obstagoon. I'm gonna go ahead and throw up the shield. They break me, which is not even better for me. I'm gonna try to catch the move here, and gonna go ahead and let this go through. We go down at the same time. Gonna be able to make it to a nice slash here on good timing, but one more charm is gonna be enough to KO, and we are going to end up losing. Maybe if I would have got the farm with Obstagoon, maybe I had a chance. But either way, now we are gonna see Dusknoir in the lead up against not a Quagsire, but the first evolve Wooper. And now we are going to be able to throw a Shadow Punch here at whatever comes in. And it is a Gengar. I had two of them, but unfortunately for me, I'm only going to get one off. And now I am going to go ahead and shield this up just in case it's something that I do want to shield, something like a Sludge Bomb. But they actually have Shadow Ball, which is okay. Gonna be able to try to make it to another move here. I do make it to the move. They're not swapping out. They did not catch. So in the back, I'm hoping there's something weak in the back, and it looks like it's Rose Raid, Roselia, and Roselia going to hit me with a Dazzling Gleam, but Shelmet being thick, going to be able to withstand it and win the game after the CMP tie. Cap time, cap time. And now we are gonna go ahead and claim this set soon. Hopefully, looks like I'm taking my time. Not sure what I'm doing. But once again, these battles are done on Twitch. Link in the description as always. Um, and if you haven't liked the video and you made it this far, make sure to like the video. Try to get the content out there, you know what I'm saying? And we go 3-2. Could have been potentially a 4-1 if I did not queue into Great League. So we do get a Wooloo as our encounter. And actually, before I started recording this video, I actually ended up getting the shiny as a house spawn here at my house. And now you guys are going to see that I am powering up this Dusknoir up to greatly standard. And for a second, I was thinking, do I want to elite TM? And I'm probably thinking for like a long time. And I don't end up elite TMing it. I just go for psychic, or right, go for psychic. I'm like, okay, you know what? This is fine, whatever. So now we're gonna queue in, and I forget to actually put in Ugg because I make a Whimsicott, right? Oh, maybe I should have cut this out a little bit better. Um, but I think I make a Whimsicott. What am I doing? And I can't even skip through it to be honest. The way I'm recording, so I'll like recording on one, so can't skip through it. So unfortunate for that, but yeah, let's see. I guess I'm looking for the third. Still haven't thought of a third. I think I end up picking Annihilate at first, and then I'm like, you know what? Maybe Whimsicott. Well, I start thinking about Jump Bluff. I'm like, okay, maybe Jump Bluff is better, but then I'm like, I got this super good Whimsicott that I've been wanting to make, and it's a costume. Got the little flower or whatever. So I was like, okay, let's make the Whimsicott. So I end up making the Whimsicott. Because this is the first one I've ever made because I don't have one, so I was okay with making it. Taking my time. What am I doing? And this is at 2 times speed, so this is well. I'm not too sure what I'm doing here. Uh, maybe there was an ad. Well, either way, if you guys would like to know what I was doing at that moment, you guys could go to the VOD. Link in the description to the Twitch if you do want to go watch uh, VOD or watch these battles happen in real time. I do go live at 12 p.m. Central every day. Well, around 12 p.m. If it's not 12 p.m., it's like 1 p.m. Central. So yeah, hope to see you guys over there. Once again, link in the description. And here we go, right into the battles. As we do see, Dunsparce up against Unovan Stunfisk. Unovan Stunfisk is going to be able to spam out these moves, but the thing about Dunsparce is having access to the drill run is going to be doing super effective to the Unovan Stunfisk. And now we are going to be able to farm up. Not too sure what happened there, but it looks like I did get denied. A true denial, which I have not seen in a long time. And now I am going to be able to throw the next drill run there, and then I make it to another one before they end up throwing for some reason, and which is fine with me. So I do get their shield. At this point, I'm thinking, you know what? I probably barely lived this. Can I make it to another move? No, but I forced them to throw their energy, which is super good for me because now I can come into Dusknoir here and then just get this full farm down. Also thought about coming into Annihilate. Once again, I forgot to put Whimsicott in, and I do have Whimsicott after this battle. Um, And they come into, I'm not too sure what it was, but I am gonna go for the psychic here. Probably should have went just straight shadow punch to be honest. Turtonator, and now I am going to be able to knock them out. And then they swap in their slow bro. Is this a slow bro? Yeah, slow bro gonna get shadow punch, and that's going to be enough to take out the slow bro. So you guys can see Astonished doing super good. It's so good. It's so spammy with the shadow punches too. It gets to the move in 4 astonishes, which is super cool. Clodsire in the lead up against our Dunsparce 9. I'm gonna do one rollout and then throw the drill run, obviously for good timing. And then they do end up shielding, which is very interesting to be honest. And now I am gonna be able to do one more and then throw the drill run. They throw in bad timing, which kind of is good for me, but bad at the same time. Then they end up swapping out into a Mandibuzz, and I don't really have a really good answer to the Mandibuzz because Whimsicott does take super effective against um, with those aerial aces. So unfortunate for me, this aerial ace is gonna do kind of some good damage because Whimsicott not being the best defensive Pokemon. And now I am going to be able to throw the Moonblast. They swap out into their Clodsire as they do let the Mandibuzz go down. I'm gonna switch out into my um, Dusknoir is going to be able to start getting tore up by these Shadow Claws. And you guys see that? The Shadow Claws are adding up so much. Gonna do one more and then throw. Oh, this is gonna be enough to KO. And at the point, I think I can farm them down. If not, I'm gonna go ahead and let this go through and then come in with Whimsicott, shield up, and hopefully be able to make it to a seed bomb to be able to win this game. We're gonna see, can we make it to the seed bomb? We do make it to the seed bomb, and this is going to be enough to KO, and we are going to be able to take that game. As we do go on to the next battle, we are going to see Dunsparce in the lead up against Gastrodon, and I don't really like Gastrodon to be honest. Any Mud Slapper, they're so spammy and I never get the call right. Every time I shield, they go for the body slam. Every time I don't shield, they go for the body slam or they go for the earth power. So it's yeah, I really hate the bait dependent matchups because every time I get it wrong. And now because I got it wrong, not gonna be able to get farmed down all the way completely. Gonna go into my Whimsicott. Whimsicott gonna get hit with a body slam. Fine, going to be able to farm up extra energy here. The point I know that they are probably going to bait here, but I end up shielding still. And then now I am going to double shield here again, expecting them to throw. I probably should just went for the psychic here to be honest, because it obviously it is super effective, and I do have to throw another move here. So unfortunate for me, that is not enough to KO. And now in the back there's an Ursaring, and I'm gonna try to make it to the psychic, but this is actually really bad for me. Actually, they let it go through. They sacked the Ursaring. I guess they expected me to have Shadow Ball, which kind of makes sense. And now I'm actually not going to be able to make it to a move on the Whimsicott, and we get farmed down by the Muslims. And now we are going to see on Machamp in the lead up against our Dunsparce, and this is actually really bad for the Dunsparce. Going to switch out into the Dusknoir as the hard. Well, I have two good answers in the back, and now I am going to be able to shield this up as they do swap out a Marowak, so they have a Mud Slapper as well. And now I am going to be able to throw the Shadow Punch. I'm one away. I'm going to go ahead and shield this up. Do I throw right away? Yeah, I throw right away. Makes sense. Do not want to take any more damage here. And then now they are going to switch into a Clodsire, hoping I can make it to a move. And I do make it to a move here, which is super good. This damage is going to help me out a lot. Now I can bring in the Dunsparce here, and I can have the alignment that I want. Gonna go ahead and they're gonna go ahead and swap out and try to hit me with a cross chop, and unfortunately I wasn't able to react fast enough to swap out. They do hit me with a move, and then now at this point, Whimsicott is gonna be able to farm down the Machamp. they're gonna swap out. They're gonna come back into their Clodsire. I was hoping that was CMP time, but it was not. They actually got denied there, but it doesn't matter because we do make it to a drill run after one more rollout, and this is going to be enough KO, and we are going to be able to take that game as we do go on to the next battle. We're gonna see Mandy Buzz in the lead up against our Dunsparce, and this is really good for the Dunsparce. They switch out into their own Dunsparce, and I'm like, okay, I start thinking here, what do I need to do? Um, Probably switch out into the Whimsy Cop, but I could have had the Whimsy Cop for their Mandy Buzz, but we're gonna see what it does here. And now I am gonna go ahead and let this go through because I don't want to use any shields. If I'm hoping that they let this go through, and if they don't, then I will end up investing a shield. Swap out into Clodsire. Clodsire is gonna try to get this Poison Sting farm down, which they do end up getting. Gonna be able to throw a seed bomb before they do. They swap out into their Mandy Buzz. I swap out into my Dunsparce. Dunsparce going to be able to hit them with a rock slide. They end up shielding, which is fine with me. Gonna go ahead and throw up a shield as well. Nope, not gonna shield this. Interesting. It's just a foul play, I think. And I do end up getting a rollout there. Let's see. They make it to another foul play. Gonna go ahead and throw right away. Rock slide once again super effective, but they do let it go through. And now I'm gonna try to CMP them. It looks like I did CMP them, so I'm gonna go ahead and they're gonna go ahead and let that go through. I was trying to force them to use their shield there, and they didn't. They want to keep it for the Clodsire, which makes total sense. I'm gonna go ahead and let this go through. This should be enough to KO. I'm gonna swap out. No, it's not enough to KO. We'll swap out into my Dusknoir. Dusknoir going to be able to make it to the Psychic. Psychic gonna be enough to KO. Yeah, it is going to be enough to KO, and we win. Going on to the next battle. Nope. We do go 4-1 there in that first set. Then I do believe the next set there is like a the game crashed or something. I forgot what happened. Something happened where um I was winning and then yeah, I ended up losing because you guys will see that I kept it all in the video. Now we are gonna see low kicks and aren't into our Dunsparce. They switch out into a Dunsparce as well. And I know I have the Whimsicott for the low kick, so I'm just gonna go ahead and stay in with my Dunsparce. Since my Dunsparce has or one rollout advantage, since they ended up swapping as they should. And at this point, I'm thinking I won CMP, but the rank 2, so it didn't really make sense. I'm not sure if they ended up pausing there, thinking that I was gonna end up trying to catch or something, and I'm just gonna go ahead and under tap and then throw the move. It's gonna be enough to KO. And now it should bring back their low kicks. Hoping I can make it to a rock slide here. Rock slide is going to get the shield most likely. And they do want a shield. So now I bring the Whimsicott in. Gonna go ahead and get denied. But that is fine. Gonna go ahead and let this go through. Now they swap out into a Clodsire. Clodsire gonna get met with my Dusknoir. I'm gonna go ahead and shield this up. Most likely it's going to be a Stone Edge, and they always actually go for the Stone Edge. This is going to do some good damage, as you guys will see here. And now I am going to be able to farm them down if they don't throw. I try to throw the move, but it doesn't register, and it registers a fast move, and I actually end up farming them down. Not too sure what they had in mind there. Gonna go ahead and try to swap out here and then catch a move, but I don't end up catching the move, and then I make it to the Moon Blast. Moon Blast gonna be more than enough to KO this low kicks, and low kicks is going to be able, or Whimsicott is going to be able to take that game. As we do go on to the next battle, we are going to see Moltres into our Galarian Moltres into our Dunsparce. They switch out into a Clodsire. Clodsire going to get met with my Dusknoir. Going to go ahead and shield this up. It looks like it's always the same thing, but this time, this one actually goes for the Earthquake. So I make a very good shield on that one. And now I am going to go for the Psychic. And they let it go through. Going to go ahead and let this go through. No, shield. That is another Earthquake. So this person is just full sending. Gonna be able to make it to a Shadow Punch here. I probably should have let it go. I don't know. I didn't know how tanky um Dusknoir was, or if it had tank, if it was a tank, if it wasn't. It's super glassy. That's one thing I could tell you guys. I get Brave Birded here, and then they swap out. Gonna hit him with the Rock Slide here. Not sure what swap into. a superior, and actually this is going to be able. Oh, I think I just top left here because this is just game over for me. Yeah. As soon as I see the damage that they do, they got two shields, so no reason for me to play that out. As we do see Shadow Victory Bell in the lead up against our Dunsparce, and I am going to be able to throw on good timing here. Do they want a shield? And the answer is yes, they do want a shield, which is really good for me. Gonna be able to throw up a shield as well, match the shield. Gonna be able to make it to another drill run after one more rollout, throwing on good timing. And we're gonna see what they want to do. They let it go through. One more rollout is gonna be enough to KO, and that is so much better since the update of rollout being able to do more damage. Because back in the day, Dunsparce actually loses that matchup in the ones, and now I'm actually able to win the ones. And this is where the game starts crashing. So I'm like, okay, game. I take it off my Wi-Fi. I'm like, okay, okay, and nothing. And I'm like, I'm hoping, I'm being hopeful, like optimistic that the game would come back and it would start working. But after a while, you see that I just was like, yep, no, well, we close out the game and we're gonna go ahead and actually take that loss. Yeah. Super frustrating, but that's how the game is. Um, as I do go in and you guys see that, yep, we end up losing, but that is fine. We got more battles. All right, this time we are going to see Clonsire in the lead up against our Dunsparce, and this is okay for the Dunsparce being able to make it to the drill runs and doing super effective with the drill runs. We're going to see what they want to do. They no shield, and that is fine with me. Going to be able to make it to another one, but not before they end up throwing their move, which is fine with me. Most likely they will go for the Earthquake. They usually always do, or sometimes they bait with the Stone Edge. I think I did end up letting it go through, and I throw on bad timing this time, just trying to force their shield, and they do end up for getting their shield. Since I got shield advantage, just gonna go ahead and let it go through. They undercharge it, very nice undercharge, and now I am going to shield this up and see what they want to do here. It's an earthquake. In the back is a wall rain, and this is very interesting. Is it frost breath? I didn't know. Is it frost breath? No, powder snow, right? I do end up letting the icicle spear go through. This is going to be enough to KO. Switch out into my Whimsicott, and in the back is a Ferrothorn, and this is looking super bad for us. And now I am going to call the first move. It's a Power Whip, and we are going to be able to throw this Moonblast at them. Does almost half health, which is giving me hope that I can, if I sneak this through, is this going to be doing enough? Not enough, but the the opponent ends up top lefting, realizing that this game was over for them. And this might be the last battle. I do believe this is the last battle. We're gonna see Vaporeon. I don't know why this is all in order too. I don't know why I got a Vaporeon at the very end when we were seeing a whole bunch of Clodsires and stuff. I'm not sure if they were climbing or what, but either way, Vaporeon, and then they swap out into a Hitmonlee. So this is kind of why I was like, huh? I was like, what? How do I go from seeing Clodsires for alligators and all this other stuff to Vaporeon and Hitmonlee? And this is probably like the only game you see where you see something spicy. And look at that, there's a Breloom in the back. There's a Breloom in the back. Gonna be able to make it to the Moonblast here. Moonblast should be enough to KO, and we should be enough to KO. And now I do believe that was the final set for us to go to rank 5. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz, and I will see you guys on the next